Does one mistake ruin my whole race? Push me off the podium? Let's find out. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. My name's Tom, you're watching MMG Racing, and we're in the third round of the Nations Cup. Today, we're going to hit 12 laps at Monza. The big surprise is that there's no chicane on turn 1. We're in the Porsche 962. Everybody's on soft tires, so there's no real strategy, per se. It's mostly just a sprint. Got a little bit of practice in, did okay in qualifying, started in P5. Wasn't really sure what to expect here. So there come the jets flying over, and hard on the gas. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have raced at Monza before, but usually turn 1 is utter chaos. But because they took turn 1 out, they just moved turn 1, or the chaos, down to turn 2. Staying close here, not trying to engage, not kind of causing problems, and then have a look in the mirror, and got a little bit punted. And luckily for me, the guy who did the punting took out the guy in P4, and somehow the guy in P3 ended up with a 5-second penalty. Anyway, managed to keep it pointed forward, keep the race going. The name of the game in these races is consistency. If you can start setting good lap times and try to stay consistent the whole time. He moves over to the right in his penalty there. That's nice of him. So I moved up into P3. But like I was saying, if you can stay consistent, find a good line and put down solid lap times, not sure what was happening there, you can usually do pretty well in these races. Here we go into lap 2. I've moved up a spot, or 2 spots actually. Now let's see if I can track down those 2 in the lead. So fast forward to lap 4, and I've made up some time on P2. Trying to push a little bit. I think my line is a little better than his. It seems like I seem to be getting better runs out of the corners. The one corner that I seem to be having a lot of problems with, where he takes advantage, is the last long right-hand parabolic in that corner. Get a good run out of here. Don't go too wide. Manage to stay in the track limits. I'm closing it up a little bit, and I've been trying for the last 2 laps to get this corner down correctly. When do you get back on the throttle so that you can carry as much speed onto the front straight as possible? So I'm hanging around 1 second behind, trying to push, trying to close that up a little bit. I need to be close enough to be able to take advantage if there's a mistake on his part. And trying not to make a mistake on my part. So we gotta be watching right there. There's a track limit, close track limit there. If you cut that corner a little bit too tight, you end up at a 0.5. Acceleration points here. This second Lesmo if we were on the hard tires, I'd be really concerned about oversteering because you get on that throttle and it can really bite you. So that's part of the back straight. Get a Scari. I'm getting purple sectors, so my time is pretty good. I just can't seem to close it up enough, especially when this last corner keeps dragging my time down. So really have to figure this out. So trail brake in a little bit, and see here I'm way too wide. I'm really concerned I was going to get a penalty there, and I let him get away again. Fast forward to lap 8, closed up the gap, and I'm pushing here pretty hard. I've managed to figure out that last corner, and I'm starting to reel them in. We're down below half a second now. And you can see by how wide I'm going there, I'm pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Trying to catch up, trying to find a, oh, pushing a little too hard. Got a little bit of oversteer there. And I'm kind of gonna have to do all that work again to get them reeled back in. Pushing hard, pushing hard. And just managed to get a little too wide and unsettle the car, and oh no. So now I've gone from worrying about whether I can catch P2 to whether or not I have a big enough gap to hold on to P3. Sentinel Prime, who's in P4, look at that delta dropping quick. He's down now within 2 seconds. Make sure I'm worried about my tires here so that I'm not going to spin myself out. And then I need to get my head down and get back in this race. So he's just over a second behind me now. And he keeps closing. He's carrying way more speed than me. I gotta forget about this and just race the track. Try to put in the best laps that I can right now, because this is what's gonna keep me from being in P3 or being in P4. Nicely through the chicane there, cutting the corners nicely. Down to the first Lesmo, look for that little road there, that's your accelerating marker. Down to the second Lesmo, cut that corner, use the inside curve there. He's down under a second now. Gotta get my foot down here. Get going. Watch this and I don't make that same mistake again. Control it. There we go. Nice. Now the corner that's been giving me problems the whole time. Let's see if we can close this up. Tighten this up. Stay tight. There's that second lamp post. Back on the accelerator. Try to hold the line. And he's still pretty darn close. So anyway, now into lap 11 in the second Lesmo. I'm watching in the rearview mirror and he's pushing hard too, and he drives himself off. So luckily for me, I managed to stay in P3. So I enjoyed this race. I wasn't sure about the car at the beginning, but it all worked out. I've been trying a few new editing things and adding some extra stuff. If you are liking this, hit that like button for me. It's a big help. And if you like this content and you want to see more of my kind of battle to get to, I don't know, I don't even know what the goal is yet, but I just like this game. So if you like watching me play this game, then please, by all means, give me a subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.